All right. That was a little too close.
Yeah, barn burner. We'll let the audience grow just a little bit. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks to the Legion of the Leprechaun for sharing on their page. Excited to have some new folks, new faces here. Comment your thoughts on the game. We'll try to call them out here on air. The game actually literally just hit zeros. That's pretty crazy. All right. So what everybody think? You have fun? Nate's pulling up some stats. We can kind of go over those too. Some good things happen there, obviously. Good bounce back win. You like to see them come back and take that personally, and I think they did. And I wouldn't say we have a quarterback controversy, but I think we have quarterback options. See what happens with that. I'm down for a 2-quarterback operation.
We'll see.
Okay. All right. Let's get some comments going here, guys. What do you think? We got one. Definitely have options, said Timothy TJ Doyle. Yep, absolutely. I mean, even Minchie looked good for his little bit of time in there. So that was good. Nice to see freshman playing. I think Urlacher is going to be special. That's from Nelson Wright. Yeah, absolutely. Very proud of our boys today, says Frank McGrath. I mean, the bounce back was incredible. It was just so great to see them. I mean, leave no doubt, right? On the road at Purdue, the Road Warriors got it done again. Believe that's the largest margin of victory the Irish have ever enjoyed. So that's huge for sure on the road. But hi from Scranton. Hey, Bill, how you doing? Bill Foley. But yeah, largest margin of victory, and everybody got involved. You had a pick six from Bubakor, and then also somebody else got a pick. It was Schuler, or was it Osbury?
No, it was KVA that had the pick.
Yeah, but there was a pick. Wasn't there 2 pick sixes?
No, just
okay. All right, let's talk about the passing numbers. See, how did Riley do?
112 yards passing, 100 yards rushing. That was only in the first half. So 212 all-purpose. 3 rushing touchdowns.
What about Angeli?
Angeli on only 9 attempts, 100 yards passing.
Wow, nice. 2 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns.
12 rushing yards, too, which is, for him, pretty good.
Kyle Roberts said, Jason, this win still doesn't take away the fact that we still need you to root for another team. Your team's never won titles. LOL, JK, brother.
I agree.
No, that's not true with Notre Dame. Agree. Notre Dame's immune to that. Nice. We have a passing TD from Peanut Butter and Jelly. That's from Ace Dillard. Tim Finnegan have alternative quarterbacks. Riley should take note. Okay. Walter Mackey said, I think Louisville will tell what direction the Irish are heading. I may go to Miami of Ohio just to get the bad taste that I attended last week. Love needs to be fed more. I don't know how Love could be fed more, bro. Yeah, that's from Walter Mackey.
He had a lot of carries. Well, 10 carries and three quarters he played.
How many yards did he have? 10 carries on how many yards?
10 carries on 100 yards or 110 yards rushing and 18 yards receiving.
Donovan, yeah, I know we scored 66, but we were saying 59-point margin of victory, which I think is the most ever. Wow, pretty awful defense, but where was that last week? Todd Streeter, Peanut Butter and Jelly Time, baby. Zach Schaefer, 578 total yards. What a change from last week. Go Irish. Yeah, absolutely. That was huge. Huge smackback. Did Buckner get any snaps? That's from Chris Lujan. No, he didn't. In fact, I think he had the jersey on where the call in the plays jersey. I don't know exactly. Signal caller stuff. How you feel about R. Leonard now from Rudy Medina? I've been behind R. Leonard, Riley Leonard. I think we're going to have I was talking to Malik Zaire. I think we could have a 2-quarterback system. I know he's not a huge fan of that, but if you get into these 3rd and longs, maybe you go with Angeli, who obviously has the touch, but you can't. Riley Leonard today was insane on the ground. Jeffrey Struber said, link me. Okay, let's see. I don't know if I can do that mid show, Jeff. Let me see if I can do that. Oh, yeah, I can. Nate, get some more stats going. Let's talk about receiving yards.
Yeah, receiving yards. The leading receiver might surprise some people. It was actually Jaden Harrison.
Oh, wow.
47 yards receiving.
What? That was the leading receiver?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then Jaden Thomas right behind him.
Jaden Thomas.
Eli Reardon had 30. Mitchell, 27, only 3 receptions. Obviously didn't play the whole game.
Yeah, I don't think he played much of the second half at all, if any. How many?
Bo Collins only 2. So nothing crazy. Nothing crazy passing wise, I should say.
What about defensively? Let's look at tackles. I know Kennedy Urlacher must have had at least half a dozen.
Yeah, Urlacher had 3 total tackles, 2 solo, 1 pass deflected.
Yeah, sorry, Jeff. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that later on. All right, Brandon Lastly, we whip them. Them guy, Walter Mackey, the goal from here is to make the playoffs or at least die trying. Well, I don't know about die trying, but we'll definitely try. Zach Schaefer, I like RL. He's a good dude and can run like crazy. I think a 2 QB system would be good. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But Carmel Humphrey, Bubkar Troubadour, and Bryce Young are a freakish set of ends. Yeah, we're going to need them because it looks like Botello's injury looked really bad, guys. That thing's probably going to be a season ender, quite frankly.
Hope not.
Josh Burnham, our other end, was out today.
Sprained ankle.
He'll be back next week. So we're going to need all the ends we can get. You're going to see a lot of Young, who is Bryce Young, obviously the son of Bryant Young, Notre Dame legend. So I'm excited to see what he can do.
He laid out that guy on kickoff today, too.
He sure did. Nuts. Urlacher going to be a beast on the problem for offenses from Ace Dillard. Yep. Fernando Montoya Jr., great win, but still concerned with Riley unable to complete anything beyond 20 yards. Young O-line looked great. Run game was great. Yeah, let's talk about the O-line. Props to the big fellas up front. Holy cow. Napster looked great. Sam Pendleton looked great. Ashton Craig looked great before he got hurt. I think he's going to be okay. Emil Wagner, underrated, has been really good this year, I think.
Rocco did a good job stepping up.
Rocco Spindler did a great job stepping up.
Joe Otting playing the second half.
Let's see. Roger Weatherall, hope the injuries aren't too serious. I would say that the Botello injury is going to be pretty serious. I don't think that's not going to be good. I think you could have a problem with, oh my gosh.
Scaruth. Was it Scaruth?
Yeah, Billy Scaruth. There's tons of talent online. Good game for them. Yep. Rocco played well. That's from Keith Travers. Rick Reagan, I officially have no idea what to expect with Indy this year. I'm with you, Rick. I mean, geez, you go out and you lay an egg to NIU, and then you bounce back and have the largest margin of victory the Irish have ever enjoyed with a 59-point win. Did Bo get a ball today? I think Bo caught one. Oh, he got 2 passes?
Two receptions.
Craig D, great game. Need to get the pass game going. All of their faces look good. I would agree with that for the most part, except for the fact that I think Jelly looked really good with the ball. He had one really bad miss, but other than that, he looked pretty sharp. What was his stat line, Steve Angeli?
He was 6 for 9 for 100 yards passing.
6 for 9, 100 yards passing. So not bad.
4 carries, 12 rushing yards.
Yeah, it's terrible. In the defense, man, 7 points. And really that was on some fluke stuff down the field. So it was great to see that they were able to bounce back, even though honestly last week they didn't play bad either. So you figure let's look back. NIU scored how many? 13 or
16.
16. How many did A&M score? 10, I think. Yeah, they scored 10. So 26. So 33 points in 3 games is not bad at all.
A&M scored 13.
Okay, so 13, 29. So 30. Math is hard. 36 points in 3 games. So not bad at all. Yeah. Our defense is solid. That's from Zach Schaefer. Julio Stillin said, is Jordan Clark on defense Ryan Clark's son? Yes, it is. That's he's a transfer from Arizona State University. Definitely Ryan Clark's son. They did a cool little thing on Good Morning Football where they had, ESPN, and they had Jordan and Ryan breaking down some film. It was kind of cool. Honestly, I love RL, great runs, but there's too many weapons to encourage our QB to do that. I would agree with that, Carmel. I think eventually we're going to have to get the ball down the field, especially when teams like Louisville, USC, Georgia Tech, they're going to obviously have a better game plan and better athletes to contain the run and make us have to throw it. So I don't know. I could very easily see a 2 QB system. And you know what, man? Kenny Minchie looked really good when he was in there. I know it was probably a lot of prevent defense and that kind of stuff, but it still looked good. Riley didn't get sacked today either. Yeah, the O-line was insane today. Loved it. Jason Lynch, are the Fire Freeman people still alive? Ooh, that is money shot right there. Yeah, no. We probably blocked 25 people on various social media outlets for the Fire Freeman crowd. Whether you think he's the guy or not, firing him after one game is bonkers, especially when you think about what that would do to the program. But do you, rock on, whatever. Tim Fox, it was an awesome win. We just have to come out like that every game the rest of the season. I like seeing backups make great plays. Jason Onion did an awesome job tipping a pass that ended up intercepted. Yep. $100. None of y'all had 66 on today's bingo card. I certainly didn't. I think I had said 17-10 or something like that. Had some bad injuries on the field, especially 12 and O-line. Yeah, Kevin Karowicz, 12 is Jordan Botello, and that's going to be rough. I think he's unfortunately pray for him because I think that's it for him on the season. Legion of the Leprechaun, laughy faces. Anya needs more reps. Yeah, he played great today. He played great. Who else did I see? Howard Cross kind of came alive today. Riley Mills looked good. The whole D-line looked really good. Linebackers, Drake Bowen had a good game. Osbury with another great game. Schuler with a great game. Didn't have to see much of Xavier Watts or Benmo. They were out of the game pretty early because the game was kind of over at half. Amber Sullivan, great win. Need to see more of that this season. Yes, please. Craig D, worried about the O-line. I'm not. I don't think I'm worried about the O-line anymore. I was for a while, or for a little bit in that first game, but Knapp has looked really good. The young freshman. Pendleton, I think, has been a pleasant surprise for some people. We always knew he was going to be a stud, but I think he's really surprised some folks. Craig's been good. Hopefully he's not out too long. Emil Wagner's been really good. Scaruth has been decent, but Rocco Spindler, I think, did a great job today as well. Tim Fox, major concern is the injuries today to the linemen. Yeah, absolutely. That Jordan Botello one looked nasty. Rick Reagan, I don't like the two QB system. If you have two QBs and you really have none, Rick, that's the line I use all the time, but I think this is one of those times where I think that I would have to say that I'd be in favor of it because unless they're just really not showing it because Riley's been hurt, I don't know how we're going to be able to throw the ball down the field when we start playing some of these teams that load up the box. Can't hear anything. Let's see. A&M is taking it to Florida right now. Anybody? What's that score? Anybody?
33-7.
33-7 A&M in the third quarter. That's insane. Angeli can stretch the field better than Leonard. Yeah, I think that's pretty. Rob Carbone, I'm going to pin this one. It's a good comment. Complimentary football guys, loved it. Prayers for all the injuries to the lads. Let's hope this game further unites and strengthens this team. 1-0 on the new season. Let's go 1-0 versus Miami of Ohio. That's the attitude you got to have, honestly, on this thing now that we have that blimp in the radar.
Misstep.
We at Legion of the Leprechaun, we have to give it up to Riley for 3 rushing touchdowns. Yeah, no, he was on fire today. What was it? 40-yard run, 36-yard run. Guys, he's obviously a great athlete. Yeah. Jason Lynch, we can't do that. We have to bench him. I'm assuming you're talking to the bench Riley crowd. Obviously, that's a little tongue-in-cheek. Let's see. Corey Bodle said lots of potential. Past tense is just that. If they repped Angeli or Minchie, maybe we have a deep game, but much-needed dominant win. Yeah, absolutely.
I think they can also take some shots next week against Miami of Ohio. Not talking down to an opponent. I'm just saying, might as well try it because Riley's got the legs to do what he did today.
I don't know a single thing about Miami of Ohio. Who have they played so far?
I know they lost to Cincinnati today.
Was it close or a blowout?
I think Cincinnati won by 2 possessions.
Because they're not terrible. Cincinnati, I mean. John David Harmon, I like Angeli as a serviceable backup who can win games, but his lack of athleticism in the pocket would have been an issue against Texas A&M. This team plays playoff hopes for us with Riley Leonard. That might be the comment of the day so far, John. Yeah, and hopefully we can figure out the passing game with RL. We seem to do better when it's a win or go home from Tim Fox. Well, it's kind of early in the season to say that.
Keeps it that way.
Like Rob Carbone said earlier, it's 1-0 every game this year for the rest of the season because there's zero margin for error. I don't care if we lose if SC ends up undefeated in that last week in November, it's still a win or go home, even if we lose a close game to them, which, God, I hope we don't. Matthew Knapp said, great to see those young guys get some time. Absolutely. And Matthew, I'm not sure if you're related at all to Anthony, but we love that dude. He's doing great. Ryan Key, maybe throw Angeli in on some 3 third and longs. Yeah, I like that idea too. Andy G. Ramirez, we are indeed play like a champion. Shout out to my nephew, Josiah, a.k.a. El Workio. Weirko? I'm not sure. That's cool, whoever that is. Timothy Doyle, last week is going to sting, but the boys were playing with confidence today. Wonderful to see. Wife and I are making the trip from South Carolina for the Stanford game. Keep your fists up, boys, and go Irish. We'll be at the Stanford game as well. In fact, we have a pretty massive tailgate we're going to be doing with Fighting Irish Faithful and 5 Foot Nothing podcast and several others. When was the last time we scored 50 plus? It's been a long time, and like I mentioned earlier, this is the biggest margin of victory the Irish have ever had. So nothing to shake your fist at. It's pretty good stuff. Let's see what else we got here. Cornell Humphrey can't bring in Chris Mitchell, Jaden Harrison, and Bo Collins and run an Army style offense. LOL. Weird. Didn't think RL was that inept at throwing. Maybe he's going to get more comfy. I still think, and we obviously know he's got an injury he's dealing with, but I still think he's going to be okay. I think as he gets stronger, I think he'll have an opportunity. You'll see him throw the ball down the field a little bit more. But like a few others have said, and we've said, it'd be great. I mean, 2 quarterback offense if we have to, so be it. It was fun. Defense looked good. Absolutely. It was fun. Much more fun than last week. That's for dang sure. Now we can kind of just relax and actually enjoy the weekend, watch a little NFL tomorrow. By the way, for any of you West Coast Irish fans, meaning the LA Chargers, Alohi Gilman's out tomorrow, so that sucks. So one less Irish in the NFL to watch tomorrow. I haven't had enough. Can we play 2 today? That's from Rob Carbone. Calm down, Ernie Banks. Anthony DeRico, just goes to show we should never take anyone lightly and play with a sense of that same aggression and urgency. What can you say when you play pissed off? You absolutely destroyed him. Just imagine if we took that same mindset into last week's game. Northern Illinois would have been destroyed also. Go Irish. Absolutely, Anthony. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Tommy Reese. Second largest margin of victory in history. My bad. At least the modern era. I think with 62-point margin versus Rutgers and 96 being the high. Okay, stand corrected. I'll put that on here too. Thank you, Tom. Let's see. Jason Lynch. Nate, you look like a touch sober today. Need to drink every first down. No. Brian Beach said, great team win today. Riley was still inaccurate with passes today. Steve Angeli between the 20s. And then Riley inside the 20. Chris Leak, Tim Tebow style football.
That's not a bad idea.
Work for them. Bob Colley, Jason Indrich, love the show. Go Irish. Thank you very much. We appreciate you very much. Greg Schkaluth. And I'm sorry if I'm butchering your guys' names. Miami of Ohio next game. Learn something from Northern Illinois. Yeah, no, seriously. Come in there and smack them in the mouth. Yeah. Let's see. Keith Ducey, much better OC and DC calls. Nice to bounce back in such dominant fashion. Angeli wasn't too bad, but he looks prone to sacks and pressure. At any rate, everyone looked great. Absolutely. It's from Keith Ducey. Mitchell Peter, nice victory, but still consider Leonard's ability to throw the balls past 5 yards. We will see when we play Louisville. Yeah, that's probably the measuring stick at this point. You're going to be here for Florida State, correct, Jason? Maris Leofau and Cowboys need to be on a head and shoulders commercial like Troy Polamalu. No, we'll be at Stanford and hopefully Virginia. We'll be talking about some details there next week to start getting ready for a special trip we're planning for somebody for the Virginia game. And then we'll be at New York for the Shamrock and then SC out here, out in Cali. We're not in Cali anymore, thank God. Karma Humphrey, great call. Brian Beach. Missed a couple. Let's see. Robert Curtis on to next week. Yep. Justin Knox. So high ankle sprain for Screwth, possibly a month. Botello probably an ACL done for the season. Craig is probably on for next week. Yeah, that's from Justin Knox, our good buddy. Yeah, I think Botello is probably done for the year. Craig, I think, could be back next week, but do we really need him to be? Maybe rest him for the Louisville game. Screwth, I think that's going to be a hard one to call, but I could see a month-ish or something like that. Get into the bye week, give him a week off. Stephen Four, I love me some Jeremiah. I want him to get the ball more. I mean, I don't know how – can you really even give it to guy more than he had? USC would be an amazing trip. That's from Mitchell Peter. Yeah, make it, man. Come on down. Largest margin since 1973. Okay, thanks, Bobby. I got that wrong again. Burnham and number 12 route. Who else do we have besides Bryce Young? Trebor is our other guy. Oh, my gosh. Josh Burnham will be back. What else do we have?
Burnham will be back next week.
Bryce Young is in there, the freshman. There's a couple others that I'm forgetting. But we'll be fine at defensive end. I mean, obviously it's going to hurt because Botello was having a really good season so far. Craig Mullins really like Angeli with his accuracy. Leonard looked better. Maybe go to a 2 QB set. Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Shoot, I'd play Angeli or Minchie and for sure put Mikey Gilbert to work. Funny how that 5-star wide receiver hasn't played yet. Yeah, I think they're holding him, Richard. I think I don't think they want to burn his red shirt. Kenny Moore still what the F last weekend. They keep playing like this, we'll be fine. Angeli comes in and we have a passing game. Yeah. Let's see. Say some words.
Looks like Miami of Ohio is 0-2. Most points they scored was today against Cincinnati, 16.
What was that score?
27-16.
And who did they play for their first week?
First week they played Northwestern. They only allowed 13, but I mean it's Northwestern.
Did they win or lose?
No, they lost. They're 0-2.
Okay. Jason Lynch said we should have put Richard Durkins in at the half fantasy camp plus quarterback. Ryan K. Urlacher was impressive today. Yeah, he played with reckless abandon, that's for sure. That was awesome. Minchie Mania was great to see Minchie Mania in there today. I'm really excited that he got some reps. CJ Carr got a couple snaps, didn't get to throw it yet, so still waiting for his first collegiate pass. Let's see here. All right. Another MAC team at home next Saturday from Gary Rosales. Yeah, we have a freaking MAC teams, man, but I can't imagine that they're going to even let Miami of Ohio be competitive after what we did today. I mean, got to go back and erase that home devastation with a big-time win against the team that we should destroy. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and head out. You guys enjoy the victory Saturday. Enjoy the rest of the college football day. It's a lot more enjoyable when we win. And we'll see you for a pregame next Saturday. Miami of Ohio is a 12:30 kickoff, so we'll be on at 10:30 for our pregame and then right after the game for the postgame recap. See, I wouldn't imagine either, but Freeman hasn't fared well versus MEC thus far. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. Go Irish, everybody. Have a great weekend. God bless, and go Irish.